Here's another separable differential equation problem. And I know that we're looking to separate and solve because it says find the particular solution with this initial condition, and we're given an equation, not a graph. So we're not drawing a particular solution, we're algebraically finding one. I'm going to multiply both sides by dx and divide by y cubed. So after the separation step, we have dy over y cubed equals x dx, and now we'll integrate. We're really integrating y to the negative 3 dy equals x dx. Now we're set up for the power rule. So I'm going to add 1. Y to the negative 2 divided by that negative 2 equals x squared over 2 plus c. I'm going to rewrite this in a slightly more convenient way. Negative 1 over 2y squared equals x squared over 2 plus c. Now I'll use that condition, that initial condition of x is 1 and y is 2. And we'll have negative 1 over 8, because 2 squared is 4 times 2 is 8, equals 1 over 2 plus c. I'm not a huge fan of fractions, so I'm going to multiply everything by 8 just to get rid of them, but you wouldn't have to. So now we have 8 times negative 1 over 8 is going to be negative 1 equals 8 divided by 2 is 4 plus 8c. Subtract 4, 8c equals negative 5, or c equals negative 5 over 8. So now we'll take what we had here and we'll rewrite it while plugging in our c. So negative 1 over 2y squared equals x squared over 2 minus 5 over 8. Well, I know I want y squared, or y by itself, so the first thing I'll do is just multiply everything by that negative 1. So we have 1 over 2y squared equals negative x squared over 2 plus 5 over 8. And now as I look at this, again, I can't stand fractions, so I'm going to multiply everything by 8. When I do, this becomes a plus 5. When I do here, this becomes a negative 4x squared. And when I do here, this becomes a 4 over y squared, because 8 divided by 2 is 4. I'm going to write this all over 1. Since I'm ultimately looking to have my y in the numerator, I'm going to invert everything and write y squared over 4 equals 1 over negative 4x squared plus 5. Now I'll multiply everything by 4. 4 here, 4 there. And the last thing I'll do, y squared is equal to 4 in the numerator, negative 4x squared plus 5 in the denominator. I'm going to undo y squared with square root. So y will equal plus or minus square root of 4 over negative 4x squared plus 5. But my initial condition was over 1 up 2. So that means I want the positive root, and that's the one that I'll take. You wouldn't have to write anything, but I'm going to write positive just to remind us that we did make a choice. And there's other equivalent forms, but this was the one that I came up with.